In this presentation, we will create and start to build our course on the Udemy platform. In prior presentations, we talked about a business model that includes the creation of instructional video, then the grouping of those instructional videos into something that we can put into a course platform. One of the major course platforms is, of course, Udemy. So that's the first place we'd probably be starting to work with to think about how to use the platform, how to enter the data into the platform. So we now have an outline, we now have instructional videos, we now can go into Udemy and look at their outline and start to construct this course within the Udemy platform. Get ready for business, online business. Now here we are in the Udemy platform. Now I'm not going to tell you how to sign up for the Udemy platform. It's fairly straightforward. You need to make the account for the Udemy platform and become an instructor. Fairly straightforward process. Once you're there, then you can start building a course. So this is going to be the course building section. So I've got some courses here that have been built. We're going to basically just start a new course and we're just going to go right from there, go right through the process. Now, what we have at this point in time, you'll recall, is we have our outline. We made our outline and we've got our information in terms of our content. Now, like we said, I may not be completely finished with the course. I might still be building content, but I have more than enough to make a completed course at this point that's a quality course, and I can just keep on adding to it if I so choose. Also note that I'm hoping to build other content, text files, audio files, PowerPoints possibly, and other materials, but I may not have all those when I first start to upload the course. I may just have the video files, and even if I do have all those, I'm really going to start off with the video files because that's kind of the core of the course. So now I have what I need to start the core of the course, and then I can start filling it out more if I so choose. That being the outline, what are going to be the major sections, and then the videos, which are basically the core of the course here. So no matter what other content you have, if you're thinking, I want tests, I want all this other stuff, blah, blah, that's fine. But you probably don't want to start putting that in place until after you get the outline in. So once you get the video files in there, now you have the outline. Then think about putting the tests in there. That's how I would think of it. Instead of kind of, if you start focusing in on every section that you're making at a time. In other words, if I was to say, okay, I'm building this thing and I'm not going to go to the next section until I complete the introduction completely and it's perfect. And then I'm going to go to here and I'm going to make this one and it's perfect. I don't suggest doing that, because what you'll do is you'll spend a whole lot of time on section 1 and 2, realize that you're spending a whole lot of time, and then spend not enough time, on the rest of the sections. At least that's what I would do most likely. That's probably what I would have. But in any case, and I probably have done that, I'm pretty sure. So I would suggest, after doing this a few times, a lot of times, so I would suggest putting this together in terms of an outline first, put in your core essential information, and then start building on that and keep on building into each section. Have enough sections, enough information in each section so it can stand on its own, and then add more to it. And really, for these courses, the main thing it needs to stand on its own are video files. That's what people are wanting to consume the majority of in these platforms. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the title. Now, this title doesn't have to be final. This is what I got right now. It's the best thing I got right now. You should do keyword research and whatnot and all that kind of stuff to see the best title and everything here. But you can change it, so it shouldn't stop you from pushing forward. It's like, well, I don't have it down perfect for the keyword again. I'm going to push forward. If I need to change it, as long as I change it before I publish it, I'm okay. And even after I publish it, I can still change the name. I just can't change the URL. So then I'm going to say I'm going to create a course. I'm going to continue. And then I'm just going to type the name here again. Don't agonize over the name at this point. You can agonize over it when you publish it. And even then, it's probably not worth agonizing over, because you could still change it, but you can't change the URL. So then I'm going to say, okay, category. You can change this later too. So pick, whatever category you want. It's not set in stone right now. It's not even like in sand. It's not like even water. It's like airy thing that you could totally change. So then we're going to say, how much time are we going to spend? It doesn't really matter. This is for Udemy's purposes. They want information from us. So, pick one, give them the information. They're giving us their platform, which is, I appreciate. So then we're going to say that we have our outline. So that's basically it. Now, if you have another course that you've created, it's going to be a lot easier because you'll have your template and you'll have this kind of lined out already. But the major sections of the course are going to be target students. So these are going to be who you're teaching and this and that. We've already kind of laid that out when we started making the videos and making the outline. I'm not going to put it into here yet because when I put it into here, I want to think about keywords and make it all nice, right? What I'm really focusing on is the content at this point. So I usually focus first on the content. I've thought about these things, but I don't want to put it in a formal term yet because I haven't thought about it in terms of keywords and spelling it correctly and making sure it doesn't make me look stupid in terms of my spelling and whatnot, or at least not too bad. So then we're going to go down here and go, all right, so let's go to the curriculum. This is where these 3 tabs are giving you information, probably good to go through, but you're really going to spend time on the curriculum. This captions title is going to take care of itself. The landing page, that's where you're going to put the major, what they see when they land on your page. So again, course description, we got to think about keywords and what do people want in marketing and whatnot. Then the price down here. So we'll set the price. We'll do that later. Then you have the promotions like coupons. We don't need to worry about that at all now. We'll talk, we could think about coupons later. And then your course messages, what they say when they enter the course and when they finish the course. So that's pretty easy to do. It's pretty straightforward. So key point here, then the key part, then of course is the curriculum. So we'll go back to the curriculum tab. This is where you're actually going to enter the data. Now this is the part that's just like any other learning management software, right? We're just going to enter our information into the system. Now they typically give you one section to start off with. Section 1, Introduction. Has an introduction lecture here just so you can see how to put a lecture in place. You may not want to call it introduction. You're not required to call it introduction. All I'm going to do is just go right back to my outline. I'm going to say, all right, where's my outline? Looks like this. Introduction. The only thing I have in there thus far is lecture 105. So I'm going to pick up lecture 105. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to rename it just so I can copy the name. Control C, copy the name. And then I'm going to go back on over to our here. And I'm going to say, all right, let's put that here. Boom. Now, social distancing, I probably don't want this. That was something that was, going on when I'm making the course, but I don't really think that's relevant to the title. So make money from home. Yeah, right. There we go. Let's do that. And then overview maybe. Now, you could take away the numbers because numbers aren't, great to have in here, but it's a lot easier to keep the numbers. So numbers, I mean, you should probably remove them. I don't because it's so much easier to sort the course if you have some numbering system. So, but it's probably not good for keyword search. It looks a little ugly. I've had people complain about it, but I think it's worth having them in there. So then I'm just going to keep going down. I'm going to say, all right, now I'm going to do the next section. I finished that one. You might want to highlight them as you go. Say, all right, that one's done. Then I'm just going to copy this as the next section. So then I'm going to say, not in here. That's going to be another lecture. I want to be down here section. This little plus button shows up. And then I select it. And then I click on the plus button. And then I'm going to put that title. So there's the title. I don't want the bullet point. Let's get rid of the bullet point. You should probably put the added information down here because, again, it's good for keyword search. I'm not going to. I mean, you could put the same thing here, if you want. But you probably should. But, again, I don't think it really affects the way the platform flows when you go through it. You can check it out for yourself. So it's just the time versus benefit. And then I'm going to go through here and say, all right, how many are in there? I got 115 and 125. 115 and 125. All right, so let's go here. Let's pick up the 115. Right click, rename, Control C, back over here, hitting the little plus button now. So I'm going to say plus. And you're pretty much always I'm just going to do lectures right now. I'm not doing anything else. I'm just putting in the core stuff, which are the video files. So there it is. Screencast, software, video. All right, I'll keep that title. And then I'm going to add the content. Now, I didn't add the content on either of these. To add the content, I'm just going to select plus the content. I'm just working on video files here. We could do video and slide. Most people don't do that. An article would be a text file. So I can add a video file and then other stuff to this actual lecture, but you have to add the video file or whatever content first. In other words, if you want to upload a text file, you have to add either the video file or an article. So if I want to add a text file, I have to add and I don't want a video file. I have to add an article to just say, hey, look, this is a text file to download. Then you can go to another thing to grab the file. So, but here again, I'm focusing on the video file. So I'm going to say video file. Let's go to here and say, I need to select the video file now. There it is. And I want the 105. 105. Right, that's the one I want, right? Isn't it? Yeah. And then once that uploads, then you're going to have something down here that you can add more information to it. So I'll do that. I won't upload all of them because it takes some time to upload. So unless you have a super fast computer like mine obviously is not, I kind of want to upgrade it, but I don't even know what to do. So then I'm going to be picking this one up. Notice that I picked the wrong 105 up here and I have corrected it now. So now I've got the right item. So if you're questioning the name I had, I messed up and now I fixed it. Okay, so now I'm going to go down here and now I pick up the 115. So I'm going to say plus, and I'm going to say now I want the 115. Going to double click on that one. We'll pick up the 115 and then I'm going to go on back over and I'm going to rename this one so I can copy the name. So you can see I got the names in the titles here. So I'm just going to say rename, copy that one, Control C, bring it on back. I'm going to be making another one. Going to make another one here. I'm going to say add a lecture, paste the lecture name, add it. Now I'm not gonna keep on adding videos because I'm gonna let some of them upload as I go, right? So I'm just gonna keep on adding the name and then I'll come back and add the content. It'll be easy because I have the number and the name right there. So then I'm just gonna keep making my outline here. I'm gonna say, all right, I've done those two. So let's go ahead and make that yellow. And then I'll say copy the next one. This is gonna be our next section. So next section, I'm gonna add a section. Gonna put that there. Gonna get rid of the point that is bulleted. Remove the bullet so that the bullets are not good here. You have to remove them. And then I'm gonna say add. And then this one has how many in the section? It's got 2, 135, and 142. So 135 and 142. Gonna go back over here. 135, right click, rename, copy the name, bringing it on back over here, creating a new one. It's all going to be lectures here because I'm just adding the video files. I'm going to add it. And then I'm going to say, let's do the next one. Let's go back on over here and say we need 142, 142. Rename. Going to right click, Control C, back on over. Then we're going to say plus another one, lecture please. Control C, pasting it. Add the lecture. Now, if we go back up top, this one's been done, you can see. So now it's still processing, not completely finished, but now you could add more resources if you so choose, like text files and whatnot. Notice if you do them all at one time, video files first and then text files, it'll be faster. So if you're hiring someone else to help you with that, then you probably want to say, hey, look, do one thing and then do the next thing. It'll be a little bit faster. And so then we're going to go to the content. Here, let's add this one as we go. So this is 125. I can see it right there, 125. So that's the zoom. So I'm going to double click on the zoom. So it's processing. It's currently uploading really, really slowly, but I am recording at the same time. So I'm kind of being unreasonable for my computer's capabilities here. It's doing pretty well. It's doing pretty well. But I'm going to go to the 135 here, 135. And then I'm going to pick that one up. And I'll let those go so I won't overwhelm the system. So then I'm going to go back on over and say, all right, I've done these two. Done those. Let's make those yellower. And then go down. I'm going to pick up the online business model. Pick that one up because that's the next one that we're supposed to do. So I'm going to add another section, add a section, paste that here. Going to get rid of the bullet, remove the bullet before it festers. And I'm going to copy that and put that in the description as well. And like so. And then if I go back on over, how many are included there? Just one, 145. We need 145, 145. So that's this one. Right click, rename. We're going to copy it. We're going to move on back over. I'm going to add another section here. Gonna just say, there it is. Now I'm not gonna add the video file yet. I'll just go back and do that later when my computer, when I'm not straining it so badly. And then I'm with like stuff it's doing, trying to tell it to do too many things. So I'm gonna copy the next one, right click and copy, next section, 150, 155 are gonna go here. So I'm gonna paste that in there, remove the bullet, copy the whole thing. I'll go ahead and put this on this line item too, just to get a few keywords in there, even though I should do better on that. Maybe I will later, but not now. And then I'm going to be 150 and 155. Right click, rename, Control C, back on over, new item, lecture, Control C, paste, back on over to the next one, 155, right click, rename, Control C, going back on over. We're going to then add another one, lecture file, Control C, paste. I'm not going to add the actual files yet. We'll do that later. Let's go back on over and say, all right, we did that one. Got those done, which is nice. Have that going for us. And then I'm going to pick this one up. It only has one in it. That's going to be the 162. So we'll say, all right, I'm going to add another section. I'm down here with the plus, pasting, remove the bullet. Going to copy it without the bullet. Control C, put it in the one below, pick up a few more points there, hopefully, in terms of keywords. Right click, rename, Control C, minimize, new tab, new one, lecture, Control V, and add. Back on over, next one, right click, rename, Control C, minimize, add another lecture, add lecture, Control V, add, done. Back to my outline. Oh, I only should have had one there. Is that right? Oh, that's okay. So how do you fix that? Well, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and say that this one has been done. And then I'm going to pick this one up and I'm going to pull the other lecture into it. So let's do that. That's going to be a good thing to see. So I got to make another file and then I want to pull this one down into it. So I'm going to make another one. I'm going to say, all right, there's that because I messed that one up. And then I'm going to copy this, put it on down below. We're going to then add the section. And then I'm just going to drag this. So as long as you got your cursor on here where it looks like that little plus thing, whatever that is with the arrows, plus with the arrows, and then drag that down. You can just drag it on down. No problem. No big deal. Don't have to get upset about it. So then we got this is going to go down to 186 now. So then I'm going to take this one and just go rename, Control C, back on over. We're going to add another one here. We're going to lecture, going to add it. There it is. Back on over. We're going to pick up 176, right click, rename, Control C, minimize, add a new one, lecture, Control V, and add. Back on over. Wrong thing. And right click, rename, Control C, and then go back to here, and then plus button, lecture, Control V, add, and repeat. Back on over, right click, rename, Control C, see if I can minimize it, minimize, new lecture, Control V, add please. That's 186. Is that the last one? Yeah, I think that's it. So that was a long section. That was a long one. So then we're going to go back on over. That one's done. Going to make it yeller it. And then we're going to go down to the next one and say next section. And we're going to say another item plus another section, Control V. And now there's something misspelled, it looks like there. Who is in charge of the editing around here? Oh, all right. And then I'm going to take that and we're going to say Control C and post that. All right. And then how many are in there? We've got, let's see how many are in there. We've got 194 and 202. 194 and 202. So 194, yeah, I haven't done that one yet. So I'm going to rename, copy, go on back over, and then plus, and then enter. And there we have that, 194. And now we're on the 202. The 202, right click, rename, Control C, bring it on back, plus, new lecture, Control V, add that one. All right, let's see, that one's done. Let's do at least one more here. I'm not sure I'll finish the whole thing. I'm pretty close though, I could totally finish it without. So let's Control C on that. New section, Control V, bring it on back. Gonna get rid of that bullet point before it festers. This is not where bullets belong. We're gonna then copy that entire thing, put that down below, add that. How many videos do we have here that we're working with? 207 and 211. 207, 211. All right, so let's pick those up. So there's 207. I'm almost done here. I think I can finish it. I'm going to Control C and then add another one. Lecture, Control V, add. There's 207 and now 211. 207, 211. And then right click, rename, Control C, bring it on back, and then we're going to lecture, enter the lecture. So there is that one. And so then that one's done. And so let's do that. Actually, I'll do these other two later, but so now let's stop there. So now you can see not too bad. Once you get in the rhythm, you got that. Now I would go back in there. Now I've got the numbers, and it's easy enough to just add the video files. I can go back in and just add the content, add the video files. Once they're uploaded, when it says processing, then you're pretty good. You can actually close the browser and you'll be okay. If it still has a little bar going, for example, if I hit the button right here and I say I'm picking up that 142 and I select the file, I'm going to say 142, looking for the 142, 142, right there. If it still has the little bar going and your computer shuts down or freezes because you try to do too many at the same time, then then you might lose it. But if it's processing, it means it's already uploaded and it should be okay. Now, if you get a little failure thing there and it's a little red thing that says it failed, then you got to upload it again, no big deal. Okay, so that's the basic process. Notice again, I'm not looking at other resources right now. This is the core of the course. And so I want to get this outline in and then build it from there. As you go, then you can then preview it. And so I can say, all right, I'm going to preview it as an instructor or a student. It'll typically make a new tab to the right, and then you can get a feel for what this would look like. Now, obviously, the video files aren't all uploaded as of yet. Until it's being processed, you won't be able to see the video files, but at least I can see the outline and say, all right, the introduction, there's what's underneath it, there's what's in there, looks pretty, looks pretty nice. I can work with that. So, and notice this amount of content is probably, if you got to this amount, it's probably more than most courses, right? So you're good, you're solid that you should be able to go forward with this and even publish it if you want. Now, we haven't published it yet, so you can complete the whole course if you want to and publish it all at once and just feel completely secure about it. Or you could say, hey, I got enough here to add value, and then I can add more as we go. You could market it in that way too. You could push it out there and see if people are engaging with it, and if they are, maybe you add more information to it as well. So that's going to be it for now. We'll continue with adding more detail in a future presentation.